So it's looking increasingly likely that we're going to be getting a Rising balance patch pretty soon. And I've said a lot of things about this game, I've made a lot of criticisms. If you watch my review of the game, it pretty much lays out all the issues I have with Rising. But since this patch is purely hypothetical, I mean, we don't even know what they're going to do with the game, I just want to give my 2 cents on what I think can improve the game just a little bit. I know I'm not going to get my original Rising, my original Granblue back. I know that game is long dead now, and this is the new direction they're taking. But it's just a small couple changes that I want to recommend to the developers that they can change. And I'm not going to be talking about character balance, because a lot of characters need to get gutted in this. I mean, I can just flash 2 images of the characters that need to get gutted, and I think everybody will pretty much agree with me on that. So I'm not talking about characters, I'm talking purely system mechanics in this video. Alright, so this is a big one that I've touched upon in my review, and I've touched upon in my gameplay once, is the throw recovery window. It needs to be gutted. Like, you can't have this. You can't have a game that's so aggressive and so, like, you know, keep attacking, and then have your throw whiff because the character recovered too quickly. You know, then you're sitting there and your guy's whiffing his throw animation, and then he gets killed. You know, like, they have to take that out. That was in the original Granblue. It was a dumb decision in the original Granblue, but it didn't really matter all that much in the original Granblue because of how slow the game was. But now that the game is much faster now, you know, now it really becomes a problem. So they have to get rid of that. It seems like they're just scared of throws, you know, because of new players. Like, oh, you know, new players are going to be thrown looped and stuff. You know, they just DP out of it, you know, figure out a way to get out of the throw, you know, so take out the throw recovery. Alright, for the next one, this one's going to be controversial, but I've said it before, they got to add overdrive back into the game. Now, I know a lot of people don't like overdrive for some reason, but I think it was really good because it was a good defensive option. Now, in the game so far, you don't really have that many defensive options. If you're getting beat on, you got to spend a bravery point, you know, to get them off of you, or you just risk a DP or stuff like that. You don't really have that many defensive options compared to offensive ones. So overdrive, you know, protecting you from chip kills and you know, stuff like that. That was, I think, really good. If you need to balance it, maybe not have it exactly the way it was in the original. So don't keep the meter. Maybe have it drain all your meter, you know, like, if you really want to go into overdrive, you need 100% skybound meter, and then you just spend it all, and then you're in overdrive state, you know, for however long, or, you know, have a countdown like it used to. But maybe do something with the meter, or, you know, maybe change the way it interacts with the meter. Maybe have it last for like 10 seconds, but it drains all your meter. Or maybe only have it if you have like all your bravery points still. Maybe then you can go into overdrive. Like, okay, you still got 3 diamonds, you spend all your diamonds, but now you're in overdrive, you know, for 10 seconds or however long they want to make it. So, yeah, bring back overdrive. I liked overdrive, it was good. For the next one, they got to nerf 6XL. I mean, yeah, 6XL is really powerful in this game. I think what they can do is don't make it negative on block. Maybe make it just have it be, make it be neutral. You know, have it 0 frames, and then you can still have that. You know, okay, well, what buttons is he gonna hit? You know, try to beat him out with your fastest normal, and if your fastest normal isn't, you know, fast enough, then you still get hit from it. So I think, you know, maybe do that with the 6XL. Nerf that a little bit. Alright, and for this one I'm actually making its own video on the side, but they have to add system requirement checks for this game. You know, everybody's always talking about, oh, Wi-Fi and wired and stuff like that. No. Alright, what we really need is we need like the old school, oh, okay, before you want to play online, you have to run a system check to make sure you can actually run this game. Because I've played against many people who've had, you know, their ping was great, they had great internet, but their fucking toaster is burning up as they're playing, so the game tanks in the frame rate, even though there's only like one frame, one rollback frame or something like that. So they have to add a system requirement checks. I mean, Mortal Kombat can do it. I mean, the old school games used to do it too. I don't know why they don't bring that back. I mean, for PS4 and PS5, that's not necessary, because they can run the game because they're using a console. But compare like a supercomputer to some like 2007 laptop, and you're running all this, these new games and all this shit, you have to bring that back. It's a pain in the ass thinking I'm going to get into a nice smooth game, and then the guy who's using the laptop is, it's catching flames and dragging the experience down for everybody. So they have to add system requirement checks. And then finally, what they need to get rid of, they need to gut the don't nerf, only buff mentality. I've made fun of Core A Gaming a lot on this channel, and I sometimes I do it out of admiration, because he does make really good high quality videos, but sometimes he makes videos that are just the dumbest things in the world, and that whole don't nerf, only buff video I think did more damage to the FGC than people let on. If you want a good example of that mentality put into practice, take a look at DNF Duel and see the numbers that game's doing. Yeah, that's what you get when you only buff and you don't nerf. You need to nerf characters. Are you going to tell me you're going to try to bring everybody up to 2B's level? No, you can't do that. So they need to get rid of that mentality. So nerf the characters that are way too strong. Give a couple buffs to characters that need it. That's what they should be looking for. They should be looking at an equal playing field, not just giving characters insane tools so that it becomes unplayable and everybody gets a touch of death like a touch of death move. Like, come on. So that's how I think they can fix Rising. I mean, that's about as best as I can think of. I mean, there's a ton of stuff I would love for them to get rid of, but at that point, I'd rather just have them bring back the original Granblue. That game was perfection in on itself. So, yeah, there's really not much else I can really say except for those couple things. So, hopefully, a couple developers at Cygames are watching this and they take inspiration. If not, well, I guess we'll see what happens. This can either be really good or really bad, and well, I don't get my hopes up anymore. I'll just put it as bluntly as that. If you guys agree with me, leave a comment and remember to like the video. If you don't agree with me, then leave a comment and like the video as well. We'll discuss it further in the comment section of what you think they can do to improve this game or what they need to fix. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time.
俺の計画に協力するなら話も敵対する